Hey everybody, clearing. I forgot my crystals in the house. Anyways, I'm getting a little chilly out here, so I'm gonna do a quick reading. Divine Masculine as promised yesterday, but let's have a look and see what we can. So what do the Divine Masculines need to know about the journey right now? Thank you, Divine Creator. What is it that the Divine Masculines would most benefit from knowing about their journey right now? Sixth chakra, intuition, third eye. Okay. Third eye chakra supports our inner sight and intuitive abilities. So Divine Masculines, you are becoming channelers, you're becoming psychic intuitive, you are tapping in that woo-woo stuff that you saw your Divine Feminine, their spirituality. Ain't got nothing on you. You're coming up with now seeing that it's not so out there. It's actually more innate, more fundamental to your way of reading instinctual scenarios, getting vibes about people, deciding what is a fit for you or not. It's coming online in a way that you're giving yourself permission to call yourself intuitive. It's just a paradigm shift. You've already been doing it, but that's what you need to know, is that you have been sharpened. This is sharpening in you as a skill, and you can more confidently now own the fact that you have a very strong intuition that has never led you astray. It's like you're giving yourself permission to admit it, or to be able to say to others, I feel this about a scenario, or that's not sitting right with me, or this is what I'm thinking will happen. Whatever languaging you use, though, your intuition is the foundation of this. So you're befriending your intuitive abilities, and you're trusting yourself on a deeper level is what I'm getting. Let's see real quick what the feminines need to know about whatever's mirrored here in the dynamic. Synergy. So yeah, it is working together as the masculines up level in their own self recognition of their intuitive aspects. Feminines are allowing and accepting not so obvious, never seen before combinations and unions that result in new ways of functioning, working, thinking, relating, loving, and being. It reminds us to embrace the unfamiliar so that new yet exciting co-creations can give birth to a new reality. So your divine counterpart is going to be showing you how intuitively guided they are. It's like they're going to admit now externally more about how they've been navigating their life. They're going to be more transparent with the fact that they have had a dynamite intuition all along, but they just haven't shown the world that, or claimed it, or spoken from that place openly. And so as they come into the safety to do that, and to express that they have been doing that with more clear languaging, and find the voice, find the words to express it, everybody's going to be able to work with it on a deeper level. A new, more workable model of connection is coming through, because everybody's being more honest with what they want and what they envision and how they read scenarios and what they want out of things and their inner motivations. It's like all becoming more transparent, and it's going to allow for true teamwork, I'm hearing. So let's see, how is this playing out in the masculines' lives at this time? That was like 20 cards. I usually do take a lot of cards when they come out. That's too many. Let's be more concise. So learn from the past in the reverse. So what I'm getting here is that the masculines aren't falling back on historical evidence so much anymore. So they're trusting their intuition, and they're being more present with why they make their decisions. So they're not pleading their case, they're not giving backstory. They're letting go of needing to have the facts in order, and they are giving themselves permission to make intuitively guided decisions in the moment without having to have a backing based in 3D observable facts, is what I'm hearing. What is this allowing for the release of in their lives at this time. Feeling trapped and powerless, like they have to hold back. They are no longer holding themselves back. They're speaking confidently. They're allowing themselves to go towards the things that they are intuitively guided, and the divine feminines, unapologetically, without needing to explain themselves. What is the healing that's transpiring from this? Ooh. Knight of Wands, a deepening passion, because they are not so guarded, not so needing to control. Contrived energy isn't there, so it can be more, it can deepen. So the passion can deepen into more substantial connection because they don't have to justify their everything. They can just be. Ooh, I just wanted to exhale like a 20 volume exhale. That's how much weight just felt like it came off. That the masculines realize they don't have any explaining to do. They're allowed to just be. And so their intuition in the moment is allowed also to just be their truth. They don't have to justify so much anymore. They can just do and be themselves. And that's causing them this deep sense of dropping the control issues and coming home to just relaxing into their skin, into their life, into their preferences, into who they are, into these relationships. Deep, deep healing. What is this doing for the intimate connection? Ooh, deepening. This is so great. It's such a beautiful angle of inquiry here. What can we see for the intimate connection from the masculine? Oh, Ace of Shells, unconditional love, new beginning in love, brand new way of looking at love. Ace of Shells. The start of something wonderful, a taste of whatever is your holy grail, fidelity, creative outpouring. Fidelity, they are coming into fidelity because they don't have any repressed secrets or not allowing themselves certain things. There's no resentment or hidden agenda. They're just allowed to be who they are. There is fidelity coming in. Whatever is your holy grail, divine masculines are now accessing their truth. They are acknowledging that you are their match, that they don't have to hide who they really are in these connections. And there is this unconditional love outpouring through their permission to be themselves into these connections, into the world. Oh, a lot of stress. Cortisol levels going down. That's what I just heard. Like things are getting more flowing, more life affirming. Beautiful. So let's see what is happening in the feminine. How is it playing? Is this synergy going to be playing out in the feminine's worlds? Okay, we got a few, but I'll read them. Embrace the in-between. So it's a work in progress. It's developing. So feminines, embrace the in-between. What if this is the fun part of the journey? What if this is the most fun part of any journey you've ever had? And you're missing it because you're like, let me get to the finish line. Can you enjoy this part of the in-between, the becoming, with your whole heart, with your eyes wide open, with your heart wide open, so that you don't miss the becoming, so that you don't dismiss the becoming, so that you can actually revel in the miracle of these connections becoming what they will be. This is where you're writing your story. Don't you want to be fully present for that and enjoy it? That's the kind of energy I'm getting. So the miracles are endless if you have eyes to see. Be at home, embody this home energy, this new home territory that we're coming into, where there's synergy and mutual presence, where your counterpart is actually showing up. AF. Turn knowledge into wisdom, trust in divine detours, and time to collaborate. So this is the in-between. These aren't in the upright yet. So there's some processing. You're still learning to capture what you have experienced on this journey and bring it into more of a conscious recognition. You are still trusting that just because things have diverged or there's been differences in these connections that have pulled apart or timing hasn't aligned, that there is, you know, a trust that it was all meant to be. It does not mean that these connections were doomed to not get off the ground in some way. This is talking about trusting that everything that's happened has happened for a reason, and time to collaborate in the reverse. It's brewing, it's coming. There's a new normal being established where we do actually get to have these incredible dynamic connections, and where we do get to live fully as our truth. What do the feminines need to know is being released? Two of Wands, Lord of Dominion. So anything having power over your experience of a pleasurable reality, that is being released. So Lord of Dominion, this is also talking about you having dominion over your happiness, your freedom, your worthiness to access the love you've been asking for. Like, all of that is, you're coming into your own, divine feminines. So what is the healing that we can see as a result here? Wow, the cards are talky, chatty cards. Strength, overcoming the devil energies. This is where you do get to enjoy this part of the process, where it doesn't lord over you, where you have dominion over your reality, where you master this, the attitudes, the appropriate attitudes. You have dominion over life, bringing it as a joyful thing. You've overcome the illusions, the suffering. You're overcoming suffering, divine feminines. And that healing is going to be evident. You are freeing yourself. There is justice being brought here, divine timing. Things will move forward when these changes, the Tower and the Sun, or the Chariot in the reverse, as these things come into more balance. Justice is the balance in the 3D, where the karmic reconciliation has happened, or the karmic payout, so to speak. We gain the wisdom, we get the energy out of those karmic investments so that we can now balance and begin it through our own dominion over the suffering, over the limitations. We have dominion over the limitations, over the obstacles. I was just in a fun kind of obstacle, 5K obstacle race, and there were funny little sayings, but there was a section of hurdles, and it said, I used to be afraid of hurdles until I got over them. And that's the feeling here. Divine feminines are getting over this mindset of creating hurdles where they are not meant to be permanent hurdles. They are meant to be things that we can overcome. We can have justice over. We can become stronger. What doesn't break you makes you stronger. And divine feminines, you're going to start seeing that flow come in for you. Things will move forward when this inner transformation, when this inner revelation, this revolutionary revamping of how you interact with your reality plays out, because you've healed, because you're no longer in victim, you're taking accountability, you're living your best life, and you have dominion over your life. You're no longer deluding yourselves or making faulty choices or doing that sort of thing. You are on point. So what is this doing for the intimacy? You're no longer allowing your divine counterpart to unduly call the shots on your happiness. You were giving your power away to others to do that. And now you're not doing that anymore, divine feminines. And so now it's all play, I just heard. But what is the intimacy that we can see for the feminines? What can we see this is doing to the femininity, or the feminine polarities experience of their femininity, their experience of these connections? Okay, 3 of Feathers, 7 of Feathers. So that is the 3 of Swords and the 7 of Swords. 3 of Swords, or 3 of Feathers here. You have the opportunity to establish the terms of the contract. So this is, you know, not having the arrangement between you and your divine counterpart done for you. Don't defer to your counterpart to call the shots, to tell you what they want, for fear of being too much, too intense, or pushing them away. This is you. You have every right, divine feminine, to design your reality, to manifest your reality. And so this is talking about you having the opportunity right now, fearlessly, in the name of love, to openly communicate what you want to manifest in your reality. What would make your heart sing? This is time to start being bold with sharing with your counterpart your ideal experience going forward. What would you like your life to look like? Have you shared that? Have you been transparent? Have you put it out to your counterpart, the type of person you really are, what you see yourself enjoying, how you would like things to flow and look in your life? Have you been transparent with that? Be fair in your arrangements. Most of us appreciate a little security. So this is saying that it's time to share with your counterpart this newfound knowledge of what would actually make you happy in your life. How do you see interpersonal relationships functioning in the highest? What kind of arrangements do you think partnerships thrive with in the highest? What kinds of dynamics work for you? What things do you want to use your time and money and resources for? What are your priorities? What are your essential priorities for your leisure time, for your hobbies? Like, what do you want to have space in your life for? This is saying, be fair about it, but that your divine counterpart, it's time, it's deepening for you to share that, so they know if they can give you what you want. In a way, that's an old-fashioned way of saying, so they know what to work with to see if they can match that. You're not meant to wait for your masculine to say. They will step surely forward with you when you can articulate what it is you are desiring for your life. First person, for your life, not things that depend on whether your masculine show up or not, but legitimately the things that you want to include in your existence. First person, Seven of Feathers. The thrill of a secret, a hidden kink, poor effort, insufficient preparation, failure to follow through, need for strategic planning. So insufficient preparation. In the past, these connections have not flowed easily in some ways because either they haven't, not just these twin connections, but relationships. What I'm seeing is the crux of why relationships have been unbalanced. If people withhold what they actually want, there are a lot of people trying to call the shots and having control issues. That's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about what actually works for people, what people actually want, that they're afraid to say is a priority for them. If we don't have that preparation, if we don't know ourselves well enough to know that about ourselves, we can't share it. So we just bumble through thinking like, oh, I wish I was a rock star, and then never being a rock star, right? Because we're always thinking the next thing is going to happen and then we'll get to our turn. So this is clearly stating for the record. Ooh, that scared me. Harold! He's just frisking. It's clearly to proclaim who you are to your partner, to your world, and to go for it, to be worthy, to know you are worthy of having that experience of life. And so insufficient preparation means you haven't done the soul searching to know yourself well enough to know what that would be for you. But it's time, if you do know that, and it is a need to know basis. When you know that, it's about transparency. It's about sharing it. When you come to one of those truths about yourself, or maybe you have a collection of those kinds of truths that you've been withholding, take accountability to determine what those are and then share them when you know that. That is love. That is being on the cutting edge of your development. So Feathers are about communication, swords are about communication, so it is time to speak up, divine feminines. Don't expect your masculine to be a mind reader, and don't pin your masculine to have to be the one that does these things with you, because if you express this stuff and then realize that your masculine, that's not their idea of fun, you'll be like, oh, that's why it wasn't coming together. We weren't on the same page. And that should cause you to fall away from needing it to be that person, because it will make sense that it's not compatible or that you don't share the same priorities. If that transparency can be there and you can discover that you share more of these priorities than you imagined, or that that's all your masculine was waiting to know about you before moving it deeper, what an amazing thing, right? But if you withhold that, you won't know one way or the other if your counterpart is that or not in your life. So we are coming into the freedom of expression in these connections. What a great thing. So let's see where the masculines are at, though. What are the divine masculines thinking and feeling about these connections? What are they wishing and doing, challenged by, and what is the solution for that? And where are the connections going in the near future? So I would invite you as a viewer here to consider that this is a mirror for where you're at. If you are connected to a particular individual that you are calling your divine masculine, that you are bringing this energy in, it is finding you in your energy field, because this is a mirror of you. You are creating your reality, and you get to decide who is in your reality or not. And if you are prioritizing and deem this person relevant, that means it's because it's relevant for you that you stay striding with this energy in your life. So this is a reflection of you. This is another you. This is another version of you in external form that you can use as a measure of where you're at. And that's okay to do that. But if this person is in your life, this is the mirror that we're going to get back, what it's showing you about yourself, that this particular person is in your life. So let's look at it from that angle. Maybe that might be too complex for some, but just okay, let's see where it goes. So conscious mind, what are they thinking of these connections? They're hanging on to it, but they are looking for growth. They're looking for, well, the 4 and 2 of Pentacles is the 6, which is reciprocity. So this in the upright means 4 out of the 6 is balance now. There are 2 still that are kind of like trying to jockey for position, I just heard. So this is the clarity that's coming in. This is you, divine feminine, knowing what these last things are, the pieces to fall into place for you. What is it that you now know would be desired? This conscious look at it means that the masculines know there are some missing ingredients. There's some missing information that they would like to know at this point. And Knight of Swords, so they want to have communication, so they are ready to communicate what your vision going forward looks like for your life, divine feminine. This means, divine masculines watching, that you are going to need to share what your they're in the 5D. They're saying, why do you think there are 2 coins here? These are the new beginnings in the physical that each are ready for, and it's time to have a round table discussion on how this stuff can work together. So good. Yes, that is true partnership. I'm being reminded that it's also this synergy coming in. So what can we see for how they're looking at the divine feminines? So they do know that, I just heard sexual healing. We got the divine feminine in the upright. Yay. They're seeing divine feminine as empowered, taking care of their own torch, their own happiness, their own motion, their own freedom. There is a little bit of this temperance still needed, but I'm hearing sexual healing and coming together and collaborating. This is the synergy. This is only the stuff that's left that can be healed together now. It's not necessarily that the masculines think there needs to be more independent healing. They are starting to feel the call to come into union. Yeah, third parties are being eliminated. The friendship energy is being let go of, and the Three of Cups is refining to the Two of Cups. It's streamlining. These connections are coming in to the physical, into relationships, into agreements, into partnerships, I'm hearing. What can we see for the heart space? They are investing here. The Prince of Pentacles, they're investing in the foundation that's allowing for both to have what they want in these scenarios I just heard. Deep on the heart space, this is a motivation that the masculines deeply desire success on this level of maturity where both get their most extraordinary, fulfilling lives to live with each other. If these connections are going to come in, this is a primary focus to invest in that which perpetuates and supports each person having deep fulfillment, deep personal fulfillment. This is no longer coming together in convenience and making do. This is advocating for each person on a heart level to really reach their potential, to reach their goals, to have success, to feel good in their life to the best of the ability. They are setting that heart wish. Wow, masculines, they're working on this. So we got the Seven of Pentacles, the Eight of Pentacles, and this Ace of Pentacles that the Knight holds. I got was the Eight of Pentacles. So it's just reiterating they are willing to work on this. This is their primary focus, that these relationships have this kind of success for each person involved equally. That they are pledging that this is the only model of success, that everybody stays happy. Everybody gets the fair, free enterprise to reach for the stars, that there is no cap on growth in these connections. They want to continue specializing in growth within these connections as people, as partners out into the world. They want to use their intuition to take this higher. Masculines, you are the bomb. What do they feel for their feminine on the heart space? Huh. They really want to make love for days. I just heard they really want to come home to you in a new way. They want to make love. They want to make love. It's dawning on them that if they start making love to you right now, they don't know how long. It's like they want to do an endurance race, a marathon. They want to I just heard be naked for days together is what I just heard. Wow. Yeah, the world. They want to go on a trip. They want to get away from it all. They want to travel. They want to get to know you in a way they have never focused on getting to know you. I'm going to cry. That is absolutely phenomenal. So, yeah, whoa. They actually want to make you a priority and nothing but you a priority, and just get this out of their system. They are feeling such a magnetic, such a profound pull that it is literally waking them up in their sleep, figuratively and literally. I would not be surprised if some masculines were awake between 2 and 4, 5 a.m. last night, just ping wide awake, thinking of nothing but you. Gripping me. The knowledge that all they want is you. Insatiable, I just heard. So, energy does ebb and flow, but that was one of the most intense messages I've ever channeled, and that means the masculines are possibly going to ground it a little bit. They're saying, no, we really need to get down to business in this regard. So they're saying in the 5D that they have never had this single focus towards the connection and showing you how much they love you through actually being intimate and showing you what they're capable of when you are the only thought in their being. I'm even hearing the divine say that there has not been this kind of monogamous focused capacity until this now moment of ascension on the planet, that we are learning what true connection, unadulterated connection is, because we're becoming more authentic, more transparent, that the masculines have never been able to focus on the feminines this way. This is in the heart of hearts, you guys. This is not, I can't do this justice with words. And the masculines are just going to have to show the feminines this. Bring your resumes, masculines, because the feminines need to know. Wow, masculines. What are the masculines wishing for in their own lives right now? They just want to align free will with divine will and get on with the flow of life. Yeah, they want to overcome this anxiety of uncertainty and not knowing. They literally want, they are surrendering. They are committing their lives into the service of these higher energies, these divine energies and frequencies. They are saying yes to it. They are done being renegade and in ego. What are they wishing for these connections? Commitment, rectify the past, I heard. Bring it back around. Second chances, better than ever. Doing it right this time. Whoa, masculines. King of Wands, they are saying that they have been volatile. They have fallen short and they are stepping into it. The robes of righteousness have been too big and they are stepping into that spiritually pure, entrusted, monogamous energy. Your love has transformed me, feminine, I just heard. You have cracked the code. You have loved me more than I thought was actually ever going to be possible in this life. You did it. That's really beautiful. Okay. Wow. So the sincerity and purity of the feminines has melted the masculines' hearts. They know that they have found a heart of gold here. And they are stepping up. They are stepping up. This masculine energy in the reverse, to me, is the stepping up. They are about to step up. What are the actions the masculines are taking in their own lives? New beginning across the board in the physical. Game changer. They're leading with love now. Leading with love. Whoa, this is a this one's going down in history. This reading is going down in history. This is a turning point. A turning point. What can we see for actions towards these connections? There's that third eye chakra that we got to begin with. Look at that illuminated. So supports our inner sight and intuitive abilities. They have stopped deferring to anybody else's opinion outside of their knowing now. That is clearing up any confusion, and it's an overnight thing. For many, they just awoke last night to this truth, I'm hearing. Whoa, Page of Pentacles, here's the kindness, here is the next steps, the one at a time steps going forward based on this revolutionized view of their knowing, their reality. And it's straight for this connection. So they want to start small, they want to come in, they want to do this. What is their biggest challenge? Figuring out how to channel this incredible passion, this unwavering connection. So the challenge is they are actually now experiencing the immensity of this connection in the 5D, the zip file that is this connection, the instruction, the potentiality for the rest of our lives is landing in their lap right now. They are feeling it. They are alive with it. They are opening to it. So masculines, the challenge here is allowing it to come through the 3D, being that it's multidimensional. It feels so big. It feels so urgent, but it can be funneled, and I'm getting the eclipses in October. So from now until October, masculines, this is going to be channeling through you, and you're going to be getting the instructions on what to do with this, how to work with it, what feels good and right and true regarding it. You don't have to figure it all out right now, but that's the challenge, is it's coming in full force. Coming out of separation, it's showing the stark contrast of this intensity that's coming versus the reality that these connections are not high functioning in the 3D yet, that there are going to need to be things that bring it out of the 5D into the 3D, into the material realm into the daily. What is the solution to this? Two of Wands, knowing this is your divine counterpart, this is your twin flame, trusting the energetic discernment, trusting the signposts, as that zip file downloads, extracting each instruction. This is the point form. Feminines, you're meant to be channeling that point form list of what would be your ideal vision going forward. Don't put it on your masculine, but download that. Pull it from the ether. Open the zip file, feminines, and masculines, do the same. Knowing that you've found your perfect match, unpack it. Moment to moment, bit by bit. This is where you can be equipped to not be foolish. This is the most sane way to handle the path forward, so that you are not in foolish energy, so that you don't misstep, so you're not premature with your actions, but that you don't resist unduly that which the divine is trying to give to you. The blessings that you've been praying for all of your life are coming in right now. Don't be a fool and resist them any longer, I'm hearing. Open up to allow those in. That's the solution to the devil energies oh, I couldn't possibly. Oh, you shouldn't have, divine. Oh, you shouldn't have given me this blessing. Accept it already, everybody, and calm yourselves. The devil is only as hard or as easy as you let it be. And so don't be a fool. Don't be a fool and resist any longer. Look at it through this way of the possible, of the actual, of the practical, and allow it to come in. This is the truth, the truth, the truth. The King of Swords is here to say that is the truth. Allow it. You've got this. You would not be given something like this if you were not worthy of it. And so it's about darn time, dang it, for all of us to actually allow that which we've been asking for to come to us. But that means we have to do our due diligence to go through the motions of allowing that, which means we have to express ourselves with honest sincerity and playfulness, but we have to each now start opening up to expressing what it is that we know, that we have been holding back, that hasn't been time to share yet. It's time. It's time to share. Bye for now. Good luck with it all, everybody. Have fun with it. Enjoy it. Enjoy this part of the process, the in-between, the design phase. We're in the design phase of these unions, coming into physical experience. Okay. No biggie. Bye for now.